Oh, here we go.
Uh-huh.
This comes from Gary Rickle.
Ricks,
Garris Mints. They are quite the pair. It's Eddie P and Jer. It's quite the nerd affair. And sometimes Cody's there. There's no fucksticks here. Fuck Trump in his rear. He's no Mr. Belvedere. If he died, we'd all cheer. They like toys, movies, and games. 6 minus 289 suck bad and are so lame. Can't be said by fucking name. Devil's advocate had to be done. Gumble, love, and finger blast. Trainer blocking fights in a cage. It's not a gamble. Run to get the ramble. They won't disappoint. We out. Fuck this joint.
Fuck this joint.
Look at that. Here
Bam.
we are. Another Ramble Radio, Eddie. So we don't want to confuse the new listeners.
No.
This is the Ramble Radio. This is
Yes.
our supplemental. We do this on Tuesdays and Fridays, Eddie.
Yeah.
Saturday is the Ramble, and that's the Geek's Guide to Pop Culture. We're the Geeks. That's us.
Wednesdays.
Wednesday. Sorry, what am I talking about? We're the
Saturday.
Geeks. You and a Saturday. What the fuck am I doing? I'm just
We're
giving
in
us
Boca
an extra
Raton
day
every
of work.
Saturday.
Come
We're in
on.
Boca Raton
every single with who is Is that a Hampton Grays hat?
Yeah, it's whatchamacallit? It's the Washington Homestead Grays.
Oh, okay. Is that
The Homestead Grays.
Satchel Paige?
I believe it's a minor league or Negro League team.
Yep, I have a Grays hat. Should I wear mine?
Yeah, you have
right
the
now?
other
Should
Gray.
I go-
There's two different
Should I go
Grays
get
hats.
that and wear it? I mean, what the fuck?
Do you want to
I
team
mean,
it up?
The fuck else are we here for?
I don't know.
Damn.
If you're not gonna wear it, then why am I wearing it? I have no idea. But
Oh,
where did
shit.
you bury the? What happened? Woo! Homestead
Look at
Grays.
that. Homestead Grays. Look at that.
Grays.
Look at that. Wait, no, it's this side. This side with that fucking H.
Mm.
When you have maybe the best pitcher who's ever lived,
Yeah.
you have to do it. Is there even a maybe to this?
I mean, what? Who's Cy Young?
I mean, Satchel Paige was like pitching into his fucking 80. He was like 85 out there starting.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's
I'm just trying to think of famous pitcher names that pop into my head all of a sudden.
Nolan Ryan, Cy Young. Who's the guy? What's his face? Stan the Man, Musial,
Hansen.
Hansen.
Stan the Lariat Hansen.
Who was the guy who was? Who was the guy who was? Who was the guy who was the Dodger? The fucking Dodger. Was that Cy Young?
Koufax? Sandy Koufax?
Sandy Koufax. There it was. The Koufax.
Koufax?
So this is so we're the Geeks. I'm comedian, cancer fighter, Homestead Grays hat wearer, Jerry Rocha. Right there we have.
Comedian, podcaster, also Homestead Grays hat wearer.
Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! And is there a ballpark still around back into your home area?
I don't believe so. I do not believe
man!
so. I
But
do not believe.
Hey, your boys are coming back to DC, huh?
Right? Look at that.
Is it? It's the where RFK used to be, correct?
Yeah, it's on the site where they got RFK still stands. They got to knock that down.
Is that going to be a rough day?
Well,
or is it okay that something bigger and better is coming?
It's pretty much abandoned and falling apart. They haven't used. I think the National used it before they moved into Nats Park in like the mid 2000s.
So no concerts are there. It's not like
no, they don't do anything there because it's too. I don't think it's safe anymore to be in. I think the last thing that was there was college football had a couple like bowl games there around 2009.
Okay. Wow,
And I think
20 years.
I think the soccer team there, the MLS team, may have used it for a little while.
Wow,
but it's been pretty much abandoned.
Look at this. Well, not anymore, baby. It's back. Is it going to be RFK Jr. Stadium?
It should be RFK Jr. Stadium. Just to.
Too bad people with autism can never write poems.
I just need vitamin C and you'll be healthy.
He's a fucking savage, bro.
He's fucking savage. We just need some protein and vitamin C, bro.
Protein and vitamin C.
Just eat a beef liver. Eat a fucking oxen liver, bro. You'll be fine.
You'll be fucking fine. You'll be fucking fine. Wow, you're fucking savage. So, dude, this is normally our Andor recap episode.
Normally.
However, Eddie is not. We can recap.
I can't. It's too much to get through in a day and a half.
I couldn't, dude. I'm up until like 1 a.m. watching.
Dude,
it
I was
every night.
up last night going, okay, I'm gonna try to power all through 3 so we can get this. And I got through 1, and it was like 1 a.m. I'm like, I have to get up. I have to get the kid up at 6:30. I can't, so I just had to bail.
It's so fucking intense. These next.
But I wanted to watch it so much because the first episode was so friggin' good of this year 2 BBY.
Whoo, this is some. Whoo, woo, woo. So, for starters, let's just recap a little of episode 7. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Cassian's getting a little soft.
Cassian's
getting a little bit of a. Well, sure, it'd be
bitch.
nice just to settle down with a nice lady and not do.
Well, he's getting some regular poon.
He's getting some regular poon. He is, but he's like, he's kind of getting a little soft here. And man, the Yavs looks like a pretty decent place to hang out. The Yavs.
I don't mind. Even that's where all those crazy dudes were in episode 1.
They were on Yavin?
Yeah, when he gets in the
because you see
TIE
the
fighter
temples.
takes off. You see the temple. That's Yavin.
They're all gone now, huh, those guys.
I mean, that was 2 years ago. I wonder if any of them survived.
They have to be all gone. I hope they're all gone. To me, they were the weakest part of the season.
Yeah.
They hung on them too much. Okay, enough of these fucking idiots.
Unless they come back to play some sort of role in the last 3 episodes.
Unless every time they show up to help with a heist, Yakety Sax plays. And it's in fast motion, and they're like tripping and making mistakes, and okay.
Right. Or maybe they know where the reservoirs of anal lube are on Yavin, and they can show the Rebel Alliance. No, this is where we drill.
No, this is where we get it. This is where it is.
Does
that kill it if that's if that's what Tom Bissell wrote is just the final climax is a Yakety Sax scene?
I don't think so.
Where they're like they're chasing Saw Gerrera and they step on his robe and like he's just in his underwear and he's like, oh, and then he like But man, I'll tell you this, from what you've seen, and to quote BTO, you ain't seen nothing yet, Eddie.
You ain't seen nothing yet. I would imagine.
Like, I'm watching episodes 8 and 9.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, oh, fuck. And I know that he lives. And I'm like, oh, God. Mon Mothma outlasts all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe she dies and, like, they may have a clone in Return of the Jedi. It's so fucking tense. I'm just like, oh, God. Oh, fuck. Oh,
well, we know pretty much everyone else is going to eat it. Except Andor,
yes.
Bail, and
Mon. And my God, I missed the Smiths, but the Brats is bringing it. This is 8 and 9 are heavy with the Brats. And he's a fantastic Bail Organa. And it's...
I don't know why people were so upset. It's like, okay, like I don't.
He couldn't
understand.
fucking. Well, why are you mad? You're mad that they recast? They have to recast it. What are they gonna do? Just gonna
he wasn't
CGI
available.
Jimmy Smits when he's already alive? That'd be fucking.
And how many of them are fans of Ewan McGregor? Because that's not Alec Guinness.
Well, ain't the
you
Gins.
motherfuckers.
It ain't the Gins. Goddamn it!
Just fucking chill out. Enjoy good writing and well-directed TV.
People,
you fucking nimrods.
Like we see with MAGA, they just have to complain. They have to fucking.
Well, they can't exist without being upset.
They have to be, especially MAGA. They have to be MAGA.
And unfortunately, that's a large swath of the Star Wars
population are the same as MAGA, where they can't exist unless they're annoyed.
There's a Venn diagram where those circles interact. I think
you're right. But what I loved about episode 7 was how it seemed like, especially with the attitude that Tony Gilroy has towards the franchise. This was the best way for him to introduce the Force.
Yeah.
It was
I
awesome.
wonder why he did it.
I don't know. Because he doesn't seem to be like, oh no, the fans want to see this.
He doesn't seem like he's too forced to do anything like that Lucasfilm was making. No, you have to have these elements in here. It doesn't seem like he acquiesces to that stuff too much. It's sort of like my way or the highway with him.
I'm going to have to say, I think it's because Andor's getting a little soft.
Yeah.
I think this is a tool to help keep him where he needs to be. That's and I don't know. I'm not answering anything. Like, I'm not spoiling anything. That's just my speculating on a hypothesis, to quote Miller's Crossing. That's just I think that would kind of make sense if you once you see the next 2 episodes. Now that's it. That unless she's in the next arc, that's kind of one and done for the Force healer. But
which I'm fine with. I think that's just the right amount of force
perfect.
for this.
Yeah,
for this story.
Perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
It shows you the world that they still inhabit without beating you over the head with the Force.
There is, and I think it is. I don't know. I think they give you a little bit more force inadvertently, and there's a scene, and this spoils nothing. But Andor, it's either the Cassian in either the next episode or episode 9, talks about how he is in the rebellion, and he basically says, it's a great scene. I won't tell you what's going on, but he says, my only real skill is luck. That's what he says.
Oh.
So
that's Han Solo's real skill.
That's luck. Han Solo, so I wonder if that coupled with this healer actually fixing his shoulder, maybe there's maybe there's, we never really see it, but maybe we kind of implied that there's a little voice in the back of his head going, this might not be luck. You know what I mean? Like,
also like if you want to go
luck.
even farther, how he's connecting to A New Hope, the Force healer calls him a messenger, right? And what eventually comes from him going to Scarif is the message sent from
hope.
The message of hope sent to Leia through R2 to Obi-Wan that got to Luke.
He's the messenger, and
he's the messenger that got it there.
So that is an interesting. I think that's why they're bringing the Force healer, because he sees that, oh, shit, maybe I'm not lucky, right? Maybe there might be something to this. I can't wait for you to get to these next 2, because I honestly don't know story-wise. Like, I see, okay, we still need to kill off X, Y, and Z, right?
Right.
So
right.
To explain why they're not in Rogue One or anything else.
Right.
But story-wise, I don't know. I can't wait to see this final arc, because I'm like, well, what is okay?
Apparently that final arc is supposed to lead right into the first opening minutes of Rogue One.
To the point where, like, you just pop in Rogue One and it's like, okay, just right, like, and
he offs that dude in the alleyway, and then
boom, we're off. Like, it was Jesus, it was so fucking good. It was so fucking good. And I saw you post, so you've seen the text of Mon Mothma's speech that she gives to the Senate, which whoo. That is, was that written for today's America, my friend?
It's so weird how this series and then the previous series we talked about, Daredevil, both of them are mirroring so much what's happening right now.
Very much.
And both these things were obviously written a year ago or more, maybe 2 years ago.
But this shit's already been out there. So
it's already been out there.
This infectious fucking plague of Make America Great Again. Well, let me do my own research. Me, the guy who knows fucking nothing.
Or like, having alternative facts, which is the worst part of the whole thing.
That's all this.
I'll have my own truth.
So all that means is I don't like what I'm hearing. I'm a fucking coward. I'm a chicken shit pile of fucking human garbage. So let me go watch a video that tells me what I want to hear. Oh, that's good. That's it.
So it's just shocking how these last 2 Disney plus Marvel show and Star Wars show have just mirrored so much what's happening right
Nail
now.
On the head.
It's creepy. It's almost Simpson-esque.
Yes, it is. It is. It's crazy, but it's fucking. This has just been. Oh man, it's the Tom Bissell episodes are next, so that's extra exciting.
Can't wait.
But I just
gonna do a little nod and a wink to Unicron in there. You think a little tip of the cap to Unicron?
If he knows what he's doing. If he knows what he's doing. Maybe that's the final arc. They have to stop Unicron. They're like, shit, look, we found something.
Maybe the Death Star is Unicron.
Right, in this one. So there's actually three Death Stars. The first one, Unicron, and then...
How upset would he be right now?
If he could hear us.
If he heard us talking about Unicron in his writings. Knowing that it was Orson Welles' greatest cinematic achievement.
I think that's what would make him upset, is he deep down, he knows we're right.
He knows we're right.
That's hard. Greatest thing he ever did.
Yeah, by far. There's not even a close second, really.
Is what happened?
Maybe those wine commercials.
Maybe
That's a close second.
What happened? What happened? Like 3 days after he rapped on Star Wars, he checked on Transformers. Right? On Transformers,
Checked out.
He knew what's left.
That was his curtain call. That's when you hit the summit of Everest. What you can go no higher.
I'm good.
You can go no higher than Unicron.
We should have him.
It's like Luke. It's like Luke in Last Jedi, where he force projected himself to save the rebellion.
That was it.
And then he was just. I've exhausted. I've done the greatest thing a Jedi's ever done.
I'm out. I'm good.
I'm out.
Where do I go from here? He worked the Force like nobody could before or probably after.
Yeah,
it's it. Same thing with Orson Welles. He reached acting's pinnacle.
Peak.
He was Unicron. What if how okay, I think how extra upset with Tom and Owen be is if we found out like for real, like it's not bullshit, but that like 99
like some diaries discovered,
right. And 99% of the script of Transformers a movie was Wells rewriting everything. He's like,
and
no,
it's just his love letter to film was that film was his love letter to the art form that made him who he is.
Because is that
do Owen and Tom at that point question their entire lives?
No, I think they should just accept our reality. It's because if he wrote it, then that's also his greatest screenplay.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
Couldn't you see Orson Welles going, no, this won't work. How about what if he says, "Come out, Autobot, we all must die sometime." Like everyone's like, "Oh my God, this is fucking gold."
Okay, you're telling me "One shall stand, one shall fall" is not an Orson Welles line?
That's not an Orson Welles line.
Come on.
You're telling me why don't we have an argument where one character insists on cesium salami and the other insists on baridium bologna? Like, what if he just wept as he was writing baridium bologna, cesium salami? He's just weeping.
Just
like I can't
just inspired. He's not even looking at the keyboard. Just inspired. He's being channeled.
It's just me. He's like trying to hold it together. Me Grimlock, no kisser. Me Grimlock King. It's just weeping as it's all.
This is my opus.
What if, like, right before he died, they were post production, and he calls the director, goes, no, wait. And they're like, what? What's going on? No, Cup has to say the Insecticons are blocking our path, and then Hot Rod has to say no, they're our way in, and then he just hangs up. And that was it. That was his last. The last words he wrote.
It's his Rosebud.
Yeah.
It's his actual Rosebud.
The last thing he writes down before he dies is, "Nobody calls Soundwave unchrasmatic."
His literal Rosebud moment.
Was nobody calls Soundwave unchrasmatic. And then he just boom.
And his nurse comes in and is like, "Soundwave unchrasmatic. What? What does this mean?" And then she goes on this whole journey to try to discover what that meant.
And then the Transformers people are about to finish production and they're like, he just writes Astro Train at the top. Inside Astro Train, and they're like, "We know." Oh God.
Well, yeah.
As great as this was, Eddie.
Yeah.
Anytime we could fit in our true thoughts on what really made Orson Welles the greatest.
Yeah.
We have to. But
yeah, exactly.
We do have contractual.
Oh, man. Okay. Skeletor. We know Transformers the movie was Orson Welles' finest creation.
Finest hour.
What is your finest hour?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me that. How many hours do you got, pal? I mean, pretty much every hour that I'm walking, talking, breathing, fucking, sucking, they're all the best. I don't know if I could, boil it down to just one moment. Okay, fine. You ready for this? There was a Eternia. On planet Earth, do they have the Make-A-Wish Foundation?
I don't know.
You don't know if you have the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Is that on planet Earth?
Yeah, we have one here.
So there's one on Eternia as well.
Yeah.
And they were having, these are children who had about a month to live. And it was their dream to play with me on a game of soccer.
Okay.
Play me, Skeletor, with me. And I thought, it'd be more fun. What if I play all of them? So it's all 40 of these dying children against just me,
Mm-hmm.
And I ran up the score. The final score was 175-0. And they all died on the field eventually. I was like, we're not going to stop playing till every one of them is dead. And that's what happened. And, I mean, look at it. I took on 40 opponents. And not only did I shut them out, but I broke every record in the game of soccer that will stand to this day. For another 1,000 years, no one will touch that record. And each little kid, I would purposely, if one of them looked like he was about to go, I'd make sure I'd get him right in the head with the little kick. And they were gone, And I just scored. That would probably be the greatest. 750,000 people were in attendance, Eddie. And it was in a stadium that was built purposely for this moment that could seat that many people. It was actually twice the size of a normal soccer pitch as well. Mm-hmm. And you're wondering, well, my God, where's Eternia? Seems like there's no more room for anything. Where would you put something like this? Go ahead, ask.
Where?
He-Man's mother's pussy!
Cinesnob.net.
Yeah.
It's a website to go visit. Get Cody up there on Rotten Tomatoes. Cinesnob
Please.
Cody.
Let's do that.
Go visit them, show them some love so we can fix the Crocodile Dundee and Loquisha wrongs. Eddie, where can all the fine folk find you?
5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper. And also on Fridays, Not Today with Jen Sturger.
Okay. Do you know how many Latino men died yelling, "Go!" when I was doing that? I mean, they just, we had to run through 45 Latino announcers. I've scored so many goals.
You can find me on the same Ramble places. You can find Eddie and Cody. I'm also streaming games most nights of the week on Twitch and Kick at Retro Rocha. Just my name on YouTube. Subscribe to all of our things. Come find us, follow us, all that good shit. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll be back next week with all new rambling goodness. So until then, stay safe. Have a great one, everybody. Bye.
Oh.
Oof, look at that.
Hit it.
There it is. What if we what if we add a character named Wheelie who only speaks in rhyme?
I had a tricycle when I was a child. I called it Wheelie.
I want to pay an homage to this.
My childhood toy Wheelie.
What if the hardest he ever laughed in his life was no. What if the Dinobots barge in and then we have Slag say, "Excuse me," and he just the hardest he ever.